These are the parts I'm going to be using today to do this job. Front rotors and front pads. These are the tools I'm going to be using today to do this job. A 3/8 cordless ratchet, 17mm socket, 14mm socket, two different size flat tip screwdrivers, 17mm wrench, 14mm wrench, 8mm wrench, a blowgun, rubber mallet, caliper piston compressor, a hood prop, .3 brake fluid, penetrating oil, brake clean, ceramic grease, anti-seize, a bottle of water with a hole on the top, and my brake flusher. First, I'm going to be loosening up the bleeder screw while the caliper is mounted on the car. Just remove this plug. Loosening up the bleeder screw. Removing the caliper, two bolts, one here and one here. Removing the pads. Removing the caliper mount. There's two bolts, one here and one here. So I'm going to be squeezing this piston in my caliper, putting the O pad on, putting my piston compressor, opening up my bleeder screw. Now compress the piston. As I'm compressing it, all the dirty fluid is coming out. You don't want the dirty fluid go back up to the master. So lock up the screw. I'm going to be greasing up my pins, pulling out my pins. Cleaning up the pins with some brake clean. Putting some grease in my caliper mount. Greasing up my pins. Greasing up my shims. I'm gonna be reusing the old shims. If you can reuse the old shims, reuse it, because a lot of times the ones that's in the kit, the new ones, it doesn't really fit good. So these shims, they look good, so I'm gonna be reusing it. Transferring these clips to my new pad. There is new clips in the hardware, but if you can use your old one, it fits better. If not, use the one that comes in the kit. Putting some ceramic grease around my hub. Cleaning up my rotor in case there's any oil on top of the rotor. Installing my rotor. Put on one wheel nut so that the rotor doesn't wobble on the hub. Putting on my caliper mount. Tightening up my bolts. So the rotor is going to be spinning clockwise, so this clip, put them at the top. Putting some grease on the back of this pad. Put some grease on my caliper. Putting on my caliper. Bolting it up. Tightening up the bolts. Now we're gonna bleed the brakes. So I hooked up the brake flusher to my master cylinder. Now we're gonna bleed the wheels. Opening up my bleeder screw. Let the fluid come out until it's clean, then lock them up. Okay, locking up my bleeder screw. Shooting it down with some water. Brake fluid is water soluble. Blowing it down with air. Now I'm going to pressurize the system and check for leaks. I'm going to start up the vehicle. Press my brake pedal up and down, no more than halfway, until you feel pressure. You're going to seat the pads against the rotor. Okay, once you feel pressure, now with my hood prop, I'm going to be pushing one side against the brake pedal and the other side against the seat. Hold on for about 15-20 seconds and then check for leaks. So this guy looks dry, no leaks. Put back your rubber cap and you're good to go. So that's how you replace front brake pads and front rotors. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video. Aloha.